All right, we return once more to the tales of Mountain Man Anton, where, at last check, he is, well, out in Tay Mountains, as usual. But in this case, we'll be waking up, not at home, not at Susie's house, not in Lizzie's attic, not even out in that old, busted up place in the woods he's been working on so hard. No, in this case, he wakes up in yet another different home. Um, Probably to the tune of, quiet conversation, some feet moving here and there. And in this particular case, probably to the feeling of like fingers gently trying to coax his bedhead into some state of, well, not bedhead.
The noise you make when someone's waking you when you shouldn't be awake.
Yeah, you wake up, and as much as when you went to bed, Heidi is there, curled up in the bed with you, and seems reasonably awake and is looking up at you. As you wake up, the eyes flip from your hair down to your face. She gives a soft smile, but continues. Now with you awake, a little more enthusiastically, like, I know his hair lays like this normally. I can make it happen if I just like stroke it down the right way enough times. Like,
wake me up, I see.
It's time for breakfast, and your hair looked funny.
Groans. Sleep okay?
Mm-hmm.
Good. No nightmares?
Just thinks about that for a moment. Actually has like that, like, dials out for a second moment of like, oh shit. Finally shakes her head lightly.
Pecks her on the cheek. Magic.
No. She smiles. Very sweetly, very softly, but smiles.
Alright. Time for breakfast, I guess. He kind of rolls up. Looks around and just, throws on his clothes. Just...
Oh yeah. Heidi is like obnoxiously alert for having... I mean, there's no telling how long she's been awake, but just now getting up, yeah, she pops right up.
Smiles at her softly. He's starting to walk towards the door.
Yep, she's got on them PJs.
And yeah, he'll open the door and walk in with him leading and her behind him.
Yep, she trails along behind, and you see, all the usual suspects as you head out. For what it's worth, Suzanne seems to have at least tried to make some attempt to make up for taking up space, and she and Becca are in the kitchen. Becca is not helping in the least. She is watching and laughing and chattering, and I mean, Suzanne's chattering back. They're having a good old time. But she has, like, bless her, has actually produced, like, a splay of a breakfast. And Ambrose, for what it's worth, has sat over at the table, which is admittedly fairly small. It's only meant to hold a couple people. It's usually just him and his daughter, so he's set off a bit to the side of that, like, kind of pulled back in a chair with a cup of coffee, glancing over the paper.
You just walk in, probably puts his jacket on one of the chairs. He's walking walking over in his t-shirt. He'll just, like, gesture Heidi, go sit down, and he'll walk into the kitchen where the ladies are.
Yep. Heidi flits in and plops down over by Ambrose, shooting him again that just, oh god, she's made of fucking sunshine, just that bright smile. And yeah, you are able to enter the kitchen where the girls are present. I will just, for the sake of ease, because otherwise I will just constantly flip back and forth.
Just walks in, ladies, leans against the door, stretching a bit.
Bleh.
Yeah.
There we go. That's close enough. Oh, fuck it. It'll do. And yeah, both of them are in there. Then, of course, they both kind of pause, talking, turn over to look. Suzanne with a wave and a fond smile, and Becca with like a vague like wave of a hand and tap from her fucking cigarette into an ashtray.
How are you two?
Oh, doing pretty good. It was God. It's been good to catch up.
Good.
Because
I'm
she's
glad.
nodding along.
Just give a smile. That was Susie Q.
Susie cute, all smiles.
She slept well.
Yeah.
No nightmares, apparently.
Oh, thank God.
I know, right? Give a relieved smile.
Did you tell him about the? She kind of like glances over because like it's not a huge space. It's not like there's a separate whole dining room that they're set in at the table. It's just offside, and she kind of like makes sure Heidi is not looking the direction. Just kind of makes a crawly motion with the fingers, like
He knows.
okay.
He's also getting her cream.
Yeah, I grabbed what was left from the house. I wasn't sure if Heidi'd think to grab it.
Just put it where she can see it and she'll be all happy.
She gives a nod. Goes back to flipping pancakes.
Are you okay? Like, walk over. Doesn't care that Becca's looking. He'll lean down and say this, like, obviously, like, I'm going to help you cook, but this is where we can talk. He'll lean down. You okay?
Oh yeah, Becca doesn't seem like annoyed or anything. She just kind of like, man, this cigarette all of a sudden, hey, coffee. And, goes about her own business. And, as you come over, Suzanne does like nudge into you. She's got both hands busy at the moment, but she kind of bumps side to side. Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Got kind of freaked out, but
Sorry for getting a bit hot last night.
it's okay. You were worried.
Yeah. About you and her.
Yeah. There's worse things you could be than worried about whether or not you'd be okay.
I know. Just don't like getting angry like that. Not around you, anyway. Hip bumps.
Yeah, she flits back. Again, a very understanding smile. I mean, it'd be nice if I knew what we were worried about. Just saying.
Lean down, is kind of leaning against the counter, so it's even harder to hear him. Let's just say a deal went a bit sideways.
I thought they'd come all the way back to the house.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So I just took a precautionary measure.
Kind of nods, and with the two of you bowing in and kind of like talking, Becca will come around and will snag a plate out of the cabinet and perform an Indiana Jones worthy switcheroo with the one that's already loaded up with pancakes. And be like, I'll just take these over to the table.
Smirk.
Like,
watching her.
Looks a little mock salute. Like, I'm gonna take the goods and go. Fuck this. Y'all talk. And like hops over to the table with Heidi and Ambrose, and they will dig into pancakes.
Like I said, deal went a bit weird. So I took a bit of a extra precaution, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's okay if you think it was that bad.
Just, if you're heading out tonight, do me a favor and keep your phone on and keep an eye out, okay?
I mean, I usually go out during the day anyways. Need the daylight. Most of these places don't have electricity, and carrying the lighting rig is a bitch.
Just be back before dark.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know I don't want to restrict you, but just do me that solid, okay?
Yeah. It's not a problem. Like I said, it's kind of how I do it normally anyways.
I know, just keep your phone on, okay? Take her hand very softly, but you can feel the reassurance he's trying to give,
When he catches a hand, she'll pause what she's doing and glance down and bring it up and even like nudge it up against her cheek. I'll be fine.
I know.
I'll
It's
keep my phone
just
on.
okay. Just humor me. You smile. Gotta have my territory at this place some days.
Oh, don't worry. If anything goes sideways, you'll probably be the first person I tell. Can't exactly fool
Goddamn.
my dad.
Goddamn right, and I'll be there in an instant.
Just like that.
All action packed and everything.
I'll be fine.
I know. Just for my own sanity.
Okay. I'll let you know if I think about going back and doing any night shots. Don't worry about it.
I worry. My job.
I'd say you could come with me, but you're a real busy guy. Grinning.
I gotta check in on the family.
It's fine.
But I'll be around. And I was thinking maybe me and you could head out during the week.
You don't say.
Just the two of us. Kind of nudges.
She smiles and finally like reaches over and like goes to do like the neck grab, pull you down, plant a kiss on your cheek. She doesn't care. Becca can see
Do
all
look
she
over.
wants.
Just look over, and since we don't have the kid,
Hmm.
we could, go out for a night out maybe. Crash one of these parties. What'd you think?
And like I said, kind of ironic since most of the parties I go to are up here.
Yeah, but like, hit the town proper. Me and you. Just a finger
Like
code.
couples do.
Yeah. Shocking, I know, right?
Outrageous.
It does the gasp. So consider yourself booked for a date, Missy.
Oh, I'll clear my schedule.
Better. Stands up very firmly, like, yes, very businesslike.
Oh my god, this fucking song. What the hell?
Which which one are you on?
As soon as you started that, it was in the summertime, and I fucking died. But but yeah, she'll kind of like give you that teasing, like shocked look, and finally pull you down to give you a proper, like proper kiss. Not like she's not gonna go full tongue and crazy shit in someone else's kitchen, but gives you a proper kiss.
Yeah, you reciprocates.
And yeah, then she'll let him go to continue doing what she's doing.
You check his phone then, just very casually, like flick the phone out. See who's lost their shit.
Let's see who has lost their shit. Let me switch tabs here. Yeah, just situation normal across the board. I'm trying to think. You've got tentative contact with Lizzie. You've got pretty decent contact with Carla. And I mean, your family still, well, your sister at least messages you on the regular, complains about school and shit.
Mm-hmm. How's the sister doing? That was probably the one of the most important people he checks on.
I mean, most of what you've been seeing is her normal shit. It's like, oh my god, this fucking teacher, et cetera, et cetera. Like, this is bullshit. Everything's bullshit.
You just saved them. So, this movie night.
Yes.
Um, when do you want to do it?
I mean, I feel like you owe me several movie nights. You're never at home anymore.
I know. Been busy. Working on actually having a little crash pad for myself, actually. A little super secret superhero hideout.
Superhero hideout have a bathroom.
Working on it. Got a generator.
Docking you 10 points for no bathroom.
We're working on it. Type.
I mean, she's obviously just kind of having fun razzing you. So as soon as you can, I don't know.
Well, I know Susie and I are planning to head out into town. I could do it the day before that.
Like tonight,
Thanks.
she puts like the little angry face.
I could do tonight, maybe.
Good.
Okay. Like, okay then. Ugh. All right then.
Another angry face with the good.
Sends back a sticky out tongue face. Fine, you know. Sends it over to a gif of him falling over.
She like just sends like some generic like finger wagging gif.
Closes his phone and shakes his head as he's walking out. Actually, as he'll eat with the group, and then he'll nudge Becca to. I won't nudge her, but like he'll gesture with the side of his head to go talk to her.
Yep. And so you like the guys like kind of take turns. Once Ambrose has like gotten some food, like gotten a plate full of pancakes, he he munches those and then kind of wanders off into like his actual sitting area to actually have a chance to sit and read his fucking paper or try because Heidi will inevitably follow and be bouncy and obnoxious. And so it's kind of an eat and shifts thing since it's a small table. But yeah, sure enough, Becca will take a glance and shrug and just kind of head for the door.
They just walk.
After she drops her plate in the sink.
Yeah, he'll walk after her.
She pops out on the front porch, pulls out a fresh cigarette, glances back. What's up?
Need you to at least either take me out back to that place that we're at, or just tell me where it is.
You fucking crazy?
Yeah.
Like a thoughtful little frown, like, oh, wasn't expecting that.
It's important.
Look, man, we don't go around there when there isn't a deal being done. There's no telling
Why?
who else they deal with.
Well, I need to know.
Why?
Because it's important, man. He kind of rubbed the back of his head. Your dad doesn't explain much to you what's going on, does he?
He explains enough.
So what do you
And
know?
after what happened last night, not sure that's a safe place to be. I mean, not unless you want to go in hot.
I'm not going in hot. I'm looking. I'm observing. If I was going in hot, I'd ask you where these guys live.
Takes another thoughtful drag, looks over at you. Suppose at this point, even if I took you over there, you'd just be trying to memorize the way, wouldn't you?
Yep. Well, you can come with me if you want.
Hmm.
Or you're just not crazy enough to handle it. He starts to walk towards the head, take a casual step down the step.
You've got rules. I'm just saying.
Well, what do you want me to do? Spreads his hands. For all I know, that thing is out gunning for us right now.
You really think they're going to chase us all the way back here?
I would.
Like, gives him a quirked look.
I'd start with you. Point. Start with her. Gestures at Susie. Heidi.
But what's the point? Where's the benefit? What do you get out of it?
Sends a message.
Can't send a message if nobody's left.
It's not about killing them. It's about saying that I can touch them just as much as you can touch mine.
Well, he taps the ash off over the side of the rail. Point. All right, fine, but I'm going with. I'm driving.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Smart. Why is that?
Deal.
Why is that? Why are you suddenly so interested in going in? I thought you had rules.
I don't know if you noticed, but I'm not much of a rules girl. So if you're going to break them anyways.
I'm not breaking. They're not. Yeah, cool. Just if I tell you to get in the car and drive away, you get in the car and drive away.
Kind of spreads her hands like, okay.
Like I said, your dad hasn't explained a lot as he's walking.
You know, you keep talking about my dad.
Yeah.
The fuck are you talking to my dad about?
Lean back. He hasn't told you, has he?
Told me what?
Well,
Can't answer the question if I don't know what you're talking about. You gotta at least drop a fucking subtle hint, like does the fucking finger quotes.
let's just say you and your dad and Heidi are very, very important to people like me.
Like pitches him a little bit of a look.
Let's just say that is something you and your dad are going to have to talk about.
Sounds like kind of the opposite of the priority list I expected out of the people in the house, but shrugs. Whatever.
Just keeps walking towards her car. And when you do find out, you're going to be in the shock of your life.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, I could show you, but then that would end up bad.
What is that?
I don't know how she'd take it. Looks over at Susie.
I mean, she's inside. Y'all are out in the porch.
I mean, but that's it. You know, you look around, look left.
And we're going to somewhere real secluded.
Well, then let's drive then.
What, like right now?
Yeah.
You even gonna say goodbye?
They know where I'm going.
Okay. You at least leave the keys for your car so Susie can go? Well, Suzanne, I should say, because
He does. He does.
Want to leave Susie.
He does. He'll even have a note attached to the car and everything that he'll probably quickly write. Like, I've gone and handle some business with Becca. I will be back. I have my phone on me. There's the keys, you know.
Shrugs. Suit yourself. Then, yeah, for what it's worth, she does swing into the garage briefly, actually just uses the normal door. Comes back out, tucking a very suspicious something into the back of her pants.
It's totally not a gun.
Yeah, I mean, she's not going to lengths to hide it, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she tucks that in, comes around, shoots off a text, and plops into the driver's seat.
He's in there already. Puts on the Beach Boys. Because fuck it.
Oh Lord. Hold on, let me update this. There you go. She shrugs. Kind of got your a little intense on this, aren't you?
Yeah. I am. But when your territory is threatened, you gotta take things seriously.
Yeah, suppose so. Not really our turf out there, but whatever.
Besides, it's not like we're going in guns blazing. I just want to figure out what I know, take a few looks, then we leave.
All right, Mountain Man. Whatever fucking suits you. She kicks the car on.
Yeah, you know, leans back, thinking, processing.
Trying to remember all my shit. You did get a pretty good lie off, so she won't be subtle about it and try to like fuck with you by taking a bunch of weird roundabout directions to get there. She'll just head straight on out.
I did a really good lie.
Did a really good lie. So, Anton, buddy, is there anything you're doing as you're en route?
Let me look at my gift list. I will actually roll my nose to activate my fetish before we get this, before we even get in there. I feel like this is the thing we need. Not yet. I suppose I can try again because it'll take a bit to get there. But I'll make 2 tries. There you go. It kicks off. Activating my fetish.
Yep, you're good.
The thingy, and then I got I will spend a willpower point for whisper catching once we arrive on the scene, like when we get there, and I'll roll for persuasion. I won't roll for blur unless I need to, but I'll roll for persuasion because I just, you know, they're always handy to have active. Persuasion's active.
So it is.
So I got, yeah, and I spend the willpower for whisper catching as well once we get there.
Yes, yes.
And that is me.
All right. You head out to that charming. You grab it. Back did it go? It was charming property. I wonder what happens if I suppose I can't. Okay. So, yeah, back out. Becca will, much as before, just kind of roll on up to it, looking around as you're actually heading in. You know, keeping an eye on the tall grass and bullshit and shrubbery and wildlife. As she rolls up to the house and finally just kind of pedals it to a stop just in front.
It click open the car door. It starts sliding out unless she says something to him.
Oh, she just puts it in park, turns it off, and yeah, should do much the same. Pop the door open, hop out, both boots, dunk.
Start making his way around that back because he knows she was there and he's going to look for footprints by that window.
Yeah. For what it's worth, Becca kind of comes around the front of the car and takes a moment to kind of look up at the fucked up house. Is like, man, it's even uglier during the day. Just kind of starts putzing in.
Yeah, he just doesn't say anything. Just keeps walking towards that window he knows is there, looking for those indents in the earth where she was standing.
All right, buddy. Want to roll some. It's footprint specifically, so survival.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, and then 38.
They are. So yeah, it's not like it's been raining, but you do in the dry dirt and whatnot find scuffs from shoes. Fairly small ones.
He'll do like almost imitating the lean, and that's let the whistle.
Not leaning up to the window and shit.
Yeah, be careful not to stand on the actual footprints.
Yeah, you pitch the whistle. She whips her head around like, the fuck? What does she look like?
Come over here.
I mean, she assumes you mean pretty directly, so she just walks over in the house.
Mm-hmm. He'll point down. See those footprints?
She pitches him a vague annoyed look because she's been going off gestures and starts kind of trying to hoist that window open a crack.
No
What?
one. There's footprints right there.
Okay.
Judging by the way it's pressed into the earth, that was done last night.
All right. She finally does like wrench the thing up. Paint flecks like fly everywhere from where it's been like badly painted over a couple times. But yeah, she kind of stubbornly shoves it up. Finally leans out. So there was someone standing here.
Yeah. Which means that I was right.
I fucking hope you were right. You pulled a gun on someone for it.
Question is there any footprints of her walking up to the window? That's the thing. Like, is it leading off in direction, or is it just footprint there and then nothing?
He'll see bits, but it's not a solid trail. No, they just kind of start at points and stop at points. Like he does manage to backtrack them just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's very stop start.
But yeah, like he backtracks a little bit. It's like, okay, well that came out of fucking nowhere, whatever, and starts following forward. And they're by the window, and like much like he saw her suddenly just duck aside. They go aside for a step or two, and then piff.
Whoever this girl is, she's very good at what she does.
I would assume so if they brought her out here. Kind of. She meanwhile, like, still leaning out the window, like hands on the sill, like looks up and past you, just kind of checking the tree line.
Internally, he's thinking, "Shit, she's doing doing something fucking similar to me." You know what I mean? As he's looking around, but like if Becca's keeping an eye on him, she'll definitely see he's very deep in thought, very unnerved. He's looking around.
Not for what it's worth, for all her bravado and all of her silly shit, she's actually keeping reasonably alert and reasonably on task. She's still smoking the whole time. Or here and there, I should say. Probably not in the house, come to think of it. So she's looking annoyed, but Nah, while they're here, every time she's looking out, she's looking well past him to the tree line and kind of studying and squinting.
Question is, why was she after what? Starts walking along, heading out towards that back of the house where you heard her before again. You know what I mean? Like trying to figure out where she stood, what she moved. How many times have you met with these people before?
She finally stands back up, leaves the window open, heads towards the back door from inside. I usually meet with them like once a month, get enough stock.
That weird, creepy feeling you feel that every time?
No. Like, I mean, I didn't get a weird, creepy feeling this time, even. You just pulled a gun on some fucker.
You said before that was weird, though, right?
I mean, they're weird,
Right.
but they're fucking mountain country folk. They're fucking weird.
Weird how? I need more definitions of they're fucking weird.
Finally pops a lean on the door frame for the back door, which of course is like fucking destroyed and half off the hinge, so it's not gonna close ever. Kind of shrugs, pulling out a cigarette. Just fucking, like, kind of near, kind of weird. Like
You ever
I wonder
notice
if these
some?
fuckers actually talk to many people besides people they deal with.
You ever notice anybody watching you? Have you ever seen anything like that?
Nah, not really. I mean, it's usually him and one or two others. Joseph's the one they send out with the goods.
What do you know about Joseph?
Not a lot. I
No.
mean, it's a family thing. They've got some big property. He's just the one that they send out.
Security tight over there?
Are you joking? Probably. Bet you they have fuckers like walking patrols 24/7. This shit ain't cheap. And it ain't legal.
Not.
Pretty sure they got dogs too.
Fine.
I mean, that or he just stinks. One or the other. I'm pretty sure it's dogs though.
All right. What I don't understand is why she was there. And why they she shakes.
I mean, we scouted the place out the first time we came. So I suppose it kind of makes sense to send someone to keep an eye, but you're talking about fucking killing us and shit. It's a whole different fucking game.
Like I said, she and I. She knew who I was. She was very interested in you.
Kind of quirks her brow. Ugh.
Wanted to know what you taste like.
Scrunches her face. Gross.
Yeah.
Like I said, maybe they're fucking cannibals. They're just weird. Some horror movie backwoods shit. That's the
You're
fucking
just-
city. Finally, like, snuffs her butt and flicks it.
We gotta find a different partner.
I mean, there's only as many suppliers as there are suppliers, Anton.
This is bad.
I mean, they're not going to deal with us again anyways at this rate, so...
Maybe that's a good thing.
I mean, if they were planning a jump, yeah, but if they were expecting it to be me and my dad, what's the benefit to jumping us? They get one payment. And, like, the Jeep. And they're not, like, fucking city drug twitchy. They're not doing it just because they're twitchy as shit. So what's the game?
Well, it usually is. Territory. And what it usually is as well. She wanted to know what you tasted like.
Oh, don't keep saying that. That's fucking weird.
That's what she said.
Ugh. Gross. They probably are fucking crazy backwoods cannibals.
Yeah, probably. Alright. I'm gonna clue you in.
Okay, that'd be nice.
He pops Krynos.
She proceeds to immediately fall backwards into the building, yelping.
And then he melts back down into Hamid, slowly.
Yeah, she just like straight up kind of it's kind of that panicked reaction you'd expect really from anyone. He hasn't really seen delirium, so he doesn't have a point of comparison, but yeah, she just kind of like, what the fuck, like scrambles back into the building.
He takes the time to melt back down into Hamid.
I mean, it's like zero effort. Took a rage to pop up, but
yeah. Oh yeah. You spend the rage.
Yeah.
You walk towards the back door.
She is like in the house, like ranting, cussing.
Hey.
Not always in English. The fuck was that shit?
That's what I am.
Some freaky fucking werewolf shit.
Yeah.
What the actual fuck? I knew you were crazy. I didn't realize you were that crazy.
Your dad knows what I am. In fact,
does he?
Yeah.
Fuck.
The only person who doesn't know or has some inkling of what I am is Susie. Because she's not like you, me, him, or Heidi.
Shouldn't you think Susie should have been the first one to find out, maybe?
That puts her at risk.
What? Oh. Oh, but putting me at risk is fine. I see how it is.
Your dad knows because your dad is tied to what we are. It's like an organization, essentially.
Some freaky conspiracy ass, like ruffling her hair, pacing.
You're affiliated with one group. It's like gangs in a way.
Fucking not affiliated with shit. I never seen anything like that.
By blood. No. Because your grandfather was one. That's what your dad said. Me, I'm different. I'm what they call, looks around. They call me a Shadow Lord.
That's some freaky shit.
It is. But it means you gotta keep your mouth shut.
She finally stops pacing. Turns and looks at him. Do it again.
Why?
Just so I know I'm not fucking crazy.
I'll roll stamina primal urge, because
I mean, or you can take your time with it.
I'll take my time. Take Krynos.
It just means it's a much slower process. You don't just suddenly, like, completely reassemble into a Krynos explosively. She actually watches this time. She does reel back a couple steps. But once you finally finish, kind of leans in a little bit. God, that's fucking freaky. You still in there?
He nods his head.
Can you talk like that?
It's gonna be the funniest thing. He goes, yeah. But I imagine, I don't know, do kinfolk understand the high tongue automatically?
They don't understand high tongue. He can speak English. It's very rough and it's hard to do more than 1 or 2 words at a time.
He will then go, yes.
She pulls a hell of a face. Kind of
Tough,
weighs it out.
tough to talk, but can
Yeah, I gotcha.
nods his head.
Edges a little closer.
Takes the time to shift down into Hispo.
Ugh. Like, he starts melting again, backs up a couple steps, like, the fuck? Oh, Jesus, fuck. You're huge!
Takes the time to shift into Lupus.
Alright, now you're not so huge.
And goes into Glabro.
It, like, reels all the way back around. God, that's fucking freaky.
And then just folds into Hamid naturally. I am... I can't say this without laughing. I am a guru. No, he doesn't say it like that. He's trying to be more serious. I'm what they call a guru.
Fucking telling me. Shit!
Like I said, this means you're in. But you gotta keep your fucking mouth shut.
Who the fuck am I gonna tell? Who the
I
hell
know.
would even believe me?
I've already killed someone because they thought that they might find out.
Be pretty shitty of you to show me and then kill me.
It would be.
Do we skip the killing part? He just kind of like does the Nyx gesture.
If I wanted to, I would have done it already. Because he looks around, there's nobody here. It's completely empty.
Takes a second to weigh that up. Katie takes a second to think about her nature, demeanor, etc. So, you don't apparently don't need the moon for that. Kind of gestures to the door behind him.
No. The moon, I think, gives us a better understanding. Shrugs.
So you can just do that whenever you want.
Yeah, but you don't want to be doing that in the middle of the public.
No, but you could literally do that. Like, you could have done that last night.
Yeah, and killed everybody there. It was getting close. Sometimes the anger builds and builds. And then when I see red, it's people die.
So you do freak out.
Yeah,
How bad is it?
people die.
Go straight Wolfman, kill everyone?
Yeah.
Noted. She's like walking around him at this point, studying him over as if anything has changed, even though his Hamid form is exactly the same as it's always been.
I've noticed people look at me strangely the angrier I get.
Yeah, I bet they fucking do.
And yeah. There's much more, but you wouldn't understand.
Yeah, probably not. I'm still pretty sure I'm fucking dreaming, so we'll see how that pans out.
You're not.
How the fuck do you get like that?
Just happened one night. I started writhing on the ground and things started screaming at me and I could see things and then suddenly, yeah, I felt my
But-
spine snap and
It just fucking happened. Out of nowhere.
yeah, just got so angry.
Man, that is some fuck shit.
Heidi, the woman, the girl I'm with, I found her trapped by something that's similar to me, but it's wrong, you know?
Similar to you?
Not like me, but something,
Something fucking freaky?
yeah. The girl that wanted you is, I don't know what the fuck she is, but she's not, you know?
How do you know?
I know.
You didn't
You
even
can,
see her straight on.
you can sense things. I can sense things. It's like a predator sense or something.
He just kind of throws you a skeptical look, but shrugs.
So it's my job to protect this and the likes of you, your dad, and Heidi. And so the second she threatened you, I'm reacting.
She's weighing up again. Still, it's funny because she's taken to a lot of pacing. A lot of it. Okay.
The drugs you bought for your dad, I had to do a special thing to make sure they were clean.
I mean, sure, whatever, but even with you like this, that place is still a fucking, like, I'm pretty sure it's like a fucking compound. That's not shit you want to chase up.
If they're a threat, I gotta do something. Especially if they threaten the likes of you.
It's not like we gave him our home address.
No, but I'm worried about that girl. She can do things that's similar to what I can do from what I can see. Vanish in plain sight and shit. And I'm worried.
How hard are you to hurt like that?
I can take a beating, but I'm not invincible.
Gonna say, can you still take gunfire? Because I'm pretty sure you'd be taking gunfire.
I've been shot before. I've had a wooden pallet pole right through my gut. Straight through. And pulled
She,
it
like,
out.
no shit, like, walks over, like, lifts your shirt.
We regenerate.
Yeah, apparently fucking so. You don't even have a fucking scratch.
We heal. We can
Lucky
regenerate.
you.
We're not invincible, though. We're not. And I've had to. There are some things that I've had to fight. Tough fights to kill.
And Suzanne doesn't know about any of this?
Not a damn thing. She can't know about this. There's rules. And if she did, puts her on the list, and I don't know about you, but I don't want her to die.
No, Suzanne's good people.
So I'd rather keep her on the periphery and safe.
So what the fuck is the plan then? She kind of gestures around to the house.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I'm dealing with.
Oh, fucking, I don't know. Go sniff some tracks or something. I I got nothing.
Shrugs, walks outside, and takes the time to sugar down into Lupus. You try and see, can he pick up a scent from where those footprints are?
You need some survival.
Sure. Lupus, if that's one.
Yeah, it's still one. Yeah, you catch some tangential, like you catch a little bit of smell. Like there was a person here, definitely. The person had a scent to them.
Gonna pad over to the next like partial footprint and try and get that same a stronger scent again. You know what I mean? Like building it up essentially.
All right, putter around. Give me one first to find the next set of steps. Survival for that, and then we'll see how well you can pick it up.
Damn it, Discord. One again.
Yep. Find the next little patch, a couple of steps again around the base of one of the windows.
Okay, now we'll roll to try to get a better pickup on it.
Sneef, sneef.
Oh, no. I
I
have
look
the
on
scent.
that one. You have a bit of scent. It smells. I
around.
mean, it's. You got enough to tell that there was definitely a person there. Nothing especially distinctive. It's very much someone who lives on a large farmstead type thing. It's mostly the general smells of being out, some little bit of body scent maybe, but actually no body scent really. But just a bunch of clinging scents.
Okay. No body scent. Interesting. He's going to pad over to where the driveway is that they came up in and sniff around. And he knows he's going to smell Becca, but he's also sniffing around for the boys that were there.
Mm-hmm. Do it. Oh, Jesus.
Nah, no luck. Too much mingle.
Too much exhaust from the cars.
Yeah. You just
It
shake
just
his-
you get in there and you start snuffling around and yeah, it fucking burns. It's kind of a bitch.
You should probably hear that. You know that noise wolves make.
That like sneezing sound they make.
Yeah.
Yeah, she like leans out of the front door. You okay?
Exhaust.
Hey,
I'm
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Starts pacing around, yeah, no, losing his shit. No, growls a bit on the ground, kind of, sniffing along, following the tracks of the car. Which way did they head, actually, towards out? Because he knows where Becca and them pulled up. Where's the other truck going?
I mean, the other truck pulled up right up alongside Becca's.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Can
you
I
can
see the outline of like where it's going and what direction it heads back in, essentially?
I mean, you can fuss around and nose around and like just see it going back up pretty much the exact same route she takes to get in.
Mm.
Like there's one place that is clear enough for some ever so slight off-road entrance.
Yeah, he'll pad up to it and see where essentially her car and their car diverge away.
I mean, it's up to like a country road.
Mm-hmm. He'll pad along, just following the tracks, essentially trying to figure out, okay, where are they going?
I mean, it's a country road. There's no like it's where you're hitting that like good clean pavement. It's old and it's fuckered, but it's a road. It's hard to tell one way or the other.
Yeah, he'll just grumble and pad all the way back. Probably relax up to Hamid as he's padding back.
How do your clothes not get fucked up when you do that? She'll say as he
They're-
comes back, reverting.
It could explain, but it'll take a while.
Shouldn't you be like the Hulk and stuck running around in a little tiny pair of shorts or something?
Happened before the first few times. What?
Nothing.
This place is dead. I can pick up some things, but he spread his hands.
It's almost like we chose it for that exact reason.
Looks over. You can just see that written on his face.
The little petty face.
Yeah.
She's kind of smirking through a cigarette. It's almost like neither of us wanted to know where the other one was coming from or going to. I chose a place out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
They got a compound with dogs and
I mean,
Alright.
it ain't a small family. I've seen enough of the other ones change out. They all know each other. That's not like hired hands shit.
Alright. I just wanted to be sure. I reckon the best thing to do now, if they cause trouble, then we'll have to react. For now, we just gotta sit in our hands.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if we just stop buying, that's the end of it.
Might be a better idea to stop buying.
Like I said, I'm not sure it's even an option at this point, so kind of spreads her hands.
It's the girl I'm worried about. As he's walking back towards the car, scanning that tree line, paranoid as all fucking Jesus. What? Wow, yeah, can I roll something? Duh.
You can roll perception alertness.
I'm gonna wish it's student lupus. Oh no, I rolled too many little dice. Oh, one more dice. Oh, Jesus. I'm not
You
fucking
sure
with
you
that
want
roll.
one more die?
I'm not fucking with that roll. That roll is beautiful.
You got a fucking 10.
Mhm.
Because you did get a 10, you're scanning the tree line just like she's been doing the whole time. And you'll note, way out the fuck there, like it's not okay. It's not that far out. It's like at the edge of the yard. There's brush, and where there are trees, especially at the edge of the tree line, there's usually a good bit of like brush and shrubbery and whatnot. There's one point where like, as someone who's out on the trails, as someone who goes out walking, even in the more settled areas, like you know that tiny little bit of like clearance usually means the head of a foot trail or something. You spot like a point there where there is like a place people have probably brushed through enough times that the shrubs have been they've stopped trying to grow into the middle of it.
Mhm.
It's super subtle. Super duper subtle. But it's there.
Son of a bitch. He starts walking towards it.
Where the fuck are you going?
Stay there.
Oh, stay with the car.
I mean, come if you want, but don't fucking breathe. As he's walking.
Don't breathe. Fucking.
I roll to activate blur as well. Hyper paranoia for the win.
He just sits back, props her butt against the front of the Jeep, pulls the gun out of the back of her pants.
Nope.
Yeah, pulls the slide like, yeah, stay with the car, Becca. Don't breathe.
Fucking that doesn't have enough to activate, but it's not a fail, so I can try again. Bow, snake probably actually will melt down to lupus. Actually,
You can take your time. You got to walk all the way over there.
yeah, he'll melt down to lupus and snake. He'll probably actually try re-roll blur as well because fuck it, paranoid
Okay.
enough. Oh, I'm Batman again. That's 2.
What's
So
the difference,
plus
Blur?
8.
Yes, 2.
So yeah, I'll creep up onto that towards that trail.
You
Do
gonna
a little
stealth?
creep. Yes,
Blur is only so useful by itself.
it is. Very useful thing.
More useful paired with stealth, though.
8, yeah, it is 8. That's right. Yeah, it's +2. Yeah, and 3. Yep, 8. Ooh,
Hilariously, for all the ones, that's still 2 successes.
Yeah, it is.
All right. So you boldly go towards some fucking bushes, and yeah, you nudge your way along towards the edge of the property. How are you approaching this? What are you doing? What are you looking for? Are you smelling? Are you
Smelling, sniffing, examining, seeing what exactly. Just basically full alert with all my senses, essentially hearing, listening. You know,
and stealthing,
everything.
which means you're picking your way slowly along, I assume.
Yeah, carefully examining the ground as well. You know, like I am being on full. You know, on that full Doctor Dolittle investigation shit.
All right, so you ninja your way along towards the edge of the tree line there, where there's the bit of the gap in the brush. And sure enough, you like come along and you slither through it because you're somewhat smaller than a human body, or at least lower to the ground. And sure enough, they're like, hey, look, it's the head of like a deer trail. It's not even a proper worn footpath. Would you like to roll me some survival?
Sure. At 2.
You did get 2. Excuse me. So with 2, there is at least a partial of a footprint there, and you'll catch the same kind of scent where she's had to brush past these bushes.
Gotcha. And say to himself. Follows it very carefully. Begins to follow up the trail, taking, again, very, very careful steps.
All right, you're trucking up a little deer trail, in the woods in the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the first challenge is going to be in that this is, in fact, like a game trail. This isn't like a footpath. This isn't something clearly marked. This isn't even something well worn, really. It's just the barest, like, sort of trail that deer use to putter around, etc. It's just the easiest. It's the path of least resistance, essentially. So the first thing you're going to do is a survival roll to keep the trail, because it will split many times in various directions.
Hey.
All right, you keep a decent heading. Let me think. So with 3 successes, because you're in lupus, you follow the trail. You trot along for a good bit, and it's at any point are you easing up and moving a little faster, or are you still taking it at a creep the whole way?
Creep the whole way. No noise.
All right. So you're doing the creep real good. Let's just see. Do me a perception alertness.
Sure.
As you creep, because you didn't ease up and take it any faster, you've realized you're damn near about to step in a fucking snare trap. Not like a bear trap, not something that's crippling, but something for catching.
He jumps back. Oh.
And this is like this isn't some fancy dancy modern tech stuff. This is like a very old school snare trap. Um, you know, pegs, a loop, etc., and kind of blanketed with leaves just enough that it's hard to pick up. Again, this is a game trail.
Growls a bit. Looks further down the path, you know.
I mean, the little trail continues. It is not taking up a huge amount of real estate. You could skirt around it and brush past some of the brush around there. You can hop over it, whatever have you.
What am I seeing further down? Is it just continuous trailing or anything like that?
It's more of the same. Most of what you've been picking through has been like, a barely there little game trail. It's split a couple times. You've caught scent of rabbits, you've caught scent of deer. You've even spotted one tree that has good big hefty claw marks on it. You are out in the wilderness, motherfucker.
He kind of nods to himself like this is. Looks back behind him. Looks up at the sky because I do have time sense with him. Yes, I do.
Oh, time sense. It is still, I mean, you got up pretty early morning. The only kind of time thing pressing on you is the idea that, I mean, there's no telling how long Becca will wait at the car.
Yeah. And I'd rather not be stuck in the middle of fucking nowhere. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, that or she'll come looking.
Yeah. Which adds another risk. Grumble, grumble. You know what I mean? Basically. Now he'll back off the trail for now. He knows that she comes through this way. That's enough. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So he starts to back off away from the trap.
Yep, you can turn around and just trot back the way you came.
Yeah, he will. He'll move with some speed now.
Yep. So yeah, you trot back along this little game trail. You'll actually see as you break through the shrubbery and whatnot. Becca is like poking a look around the house, like where the you can blatantly see the kind of where the fuck did he even go type thing as she's kind of scanning the property, the tree line.
I'll do the little creep up towards her. Probably even take time to go back to Hamid as well, so I'll just appear right behind her, like deactivating blur, so I'm like right behind her at that point.
Alright, let's see if she spots shit.
Got defeat.
Is defeat. Oh, Jesus. It's not until you're fairly close, but
Can I roll a stealth to be an asshole?
you can. You can reroll a stealth since you're orienting on her.
Okay. Will I do it in Hamid or Lucas, guys?
Which one are you gonna be in when you're creeping up on her?
We Hamid, fuck it. Okay.
She got you. She's like looking around, looking fairly worried, and she finally like orients around. Like maybe you brush past something a little too sharp, and she's like, "You son of a! Were you creeping this whole fucking time?"
Found a trail.
What'd you do? Go on a fucking nature walk?
Found a trail. Game trail. There's some traps up there. That's probably what she uses to pass in and out. Makes her difficult to follow too.
And what were you gonna do? Just follow it all the way back?
No, I doubled back.
Fucking.
What? Didn't want to leave you on your own.
I mean, good plan. I appreciate you not leaving me out here for half a fucking day. Come on. Get the fuck out of here.
Still does that paranoid glance back. With the eyes narrow as he's walking.
Da-na-na. But no, there's nothing in the brush.
Gets in. Just for driving away. Just.
No, you see like one really fat possum.
Fuck you, possum. But
That's not nice.
But he'll look over at Becca. So?
Yeah. Okay. So Wolfman or not, buckle up anyways.
Buckles up, smirking.
And yeah, she starts driving back. My dad knows about this shit.
Knows, yeah, knows a fair bit.
Fucking shit.
Look, don't get angry with him. I can
Don't
understand.
don't get angry.
I can understand why he didn't tell you.
Really? You think
This
maybe
is-
this might have been important?
This isn't a joke.
You think maybe this might have been important?
Probably, but he wanted to tell you when you were ready.
When the fuck was I gonna be ready when I was 30?
Who knows?
Fucking bullshit.
Like I said, this, whatever way I am, this isn't easy.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
So,
Yeah, she has been chain smoking like a champ since that little startle move he pulled the first time.
So, like, I can see why he wouldn't tell you.
Right. Well, good for Pops and good for you for what the
Hey, I told you, so don't get mad at me. Clued you in.
Yeah, good to know.
Well, I thought you should know. You can just stay alive.
I do like living. It's a thing that I enjoy.
Well, there you go then. Stop your bitching. Winks.
Like shoots a look at him like it's funny because yeah, she saw and she's still trying to kind of settle the two images together, but you're still I mean Anton is still kind of him. She like shoots him a glance like, yeah, fucking quit your bitching, I'll fucking show you quit your bitching. Kind of look.
Just leans back. Checks his phone. He's been gone a hot minute. You know, somebody's out there.
I mean, at some point Susanna's like, did you leave already? Oh, found the keys. Like
Yeah, he just double checks the phone every 5 minutes. Like, she'll see him doing it. Because he knows somebody's out there.
somebody you say.
Mm-hmm. Doing her shit. On her own. In the middle of the goddamn wilderness. There's weird things out there. Without me.
Yeah, she is.
So he's like, he is actually like, at least, he's checked his phone like 5 times already.
Sooner or later, like Becca's gonna look over, like, "What are you fucking looking at?
Suzanne's out there.
Out where? What doing her shit?
Yeah.
She's always done her shit.
Last time I had to save her from something and I told her to go and I lied and said the cops were there. If Suzanne went down into that basement in that house she was looking for, she would have died.
Okay, so one fluke thing. She's been doing this for fucking the whole time I've known her.
That's fine. But that does not stop me from worrying.
Okay. Okay. You still have whisper catching active?
Yep.
She's just like, okay, and like, turns her eyes back on the road and smiling like, not my fault if you want to smother her. Who's not my business. Fucking
I ain't smothering her.
shoots a side glance.
If I was smothering her, I would have kept her inside, away.
I mean, good luck with that.
Exactly. So I let her go out. That does not stop me from worrying. It does not stop me from caring. But I would never restrictor like that.
Okay, fuck it, none of my business.
I mean, you're the one wanting to make a comment on it. Looks out the window.
I can have an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps turning like a squinty glance at him as it's like, I'm gonna say it but you can turn into a giant fuck off monster. Squinty face.
Looks over. What do you want to say?
Nothing?
I know the face. Come on. Let's hear it.
Nope.
For a woman notoriously straightforward, you're going to be quite evasive.
Notoriously, huh?
Yeah. If your reputation precedes you.
Good.
Well, you're being quite evasive, so kind of disappointed.
Disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Matt Man. She kind of leans over. It's none of my goddamn business. Leans back up.
But you care enough to think about saying something, though. So technically, it must be some of your business.
Well, it doesn't make it my business. Just means I have an opinion.
Mm-hmm. But you care enough to have an opinion, though.
So?
It means you care.
So?
Yeah, I'm just curious. Curious what you have to say. That's such a bad thing.
Nah.
Well, then, stop being non-committal.
Non-committal.
Mm-hmm.
That's a new one for me.
Shrugs. I mean, if you're gonna say it, might as well just say it. I didn't realize we were, like, pussyfooting around each other.
Well, you can turn into a giant snarling monster.
Yeah. And so far, I've been pretty straight up for you when I don't want you to annoy me.
Fair enough. Nah, Suzanne's gonna do her shit. I'm gonna do shit. My pop's gonna do his shit. Can't possibly watch us all the time.
Well, watch me. Says stubbornly, like, "Bleh."
A lot of good telling you did, huh?
Yeah. Well, so far I did a good job. So far I've managed to keep some people from dying.
Yep, seems like.
Not everyone, though.
Oh, yeah?
Those kids that went missing. That was the thing that was holding Heidi. By the time I got there, they were already...
Fucked.
Yeah. I had to put them down.
It's kind of thoughtful glance over. That why you got nightmares?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Who's being non-committal now?
It's not them. They were already dead. In fact, I was doing them a favor.
All right, so let's hear it.
That, a girl named Josephine. I don't know if you've heard on the news, she's missing. She, followed me after I was trying to get Heidi somewhere safe. After when I found her.
Looks a glance over.
I, couldn't take the risk. punctured a hole straight through her chest. She died pretty quickly.
Oh, fuck me.
Didn't even hear me, I don't think. Buried her. Yeah, I buried her. Out in the woods.
Well, ain't likely anyone's gonna find her.
No. No. Seen some other shit though, but that's... Shakes his head. Spiders, man.
Spiders?
Imagine a spider version of me.
Could I not?
Yeah, well, there you go. That's what I had to kill to save Heidi.
Man, I'd like it better if this was some drug trip you tell me about.
Felt like a drug trip.
And as she's finally kind of pulling in at the garage, she kind of takes a glance over and is like, it occurs to me you don't have a car here.
Yep.
Where the fuck's your car?
Susie.
Suzanne's place?
Probably she took it. Only way she can get back.
So what's the plan?
I don't know.
He just kind of pauses, turns, and looks at you.
What?
You want me to just park up here?
Yeah, I'd... She rubs the back of his head. Try to think. This isn't like before. I'm normally can...
He shrugs, rolls up, parks the car. Kicks off the engine, just sets back in the seat. So now what?
What do you want me to say? I'm gonna have a master plan.
I figured you might know where a car was you could use. Figured
I
you
don't.
might want to ride to said car.
I don't have a car. I can use that with my only car. I imagine it's probably at Susie's place.
Alright. You want to check?
That'd be good.
Get a gestures over like please do.
We're at Susie's place?
No. She finally rolls her eyes and pulls her phone out.
He'll flick his phone out, like, thumping his head, like, deep in thought, because he's a bit unnerved.
Oh yeah, he's off kilter and that's fine.
And, send a message straight to the Susie Q going, do you leave my car at your place?
And yeah, there's a couple minutes pause and finally she it's seen and she goes, yeah, grabbed mine.
You doing okay?
Yeah, fine.
Where are you?
It doesn't exactly have an address out here.
Take a picture.
Oh my. She finally she selfies you a scrunchy face.
Smirks. Looks at the phone, examines it carefully, and just nods to himself like, no, she's safe. Looks over at Becca. It's at her place.
There we go. Yep, she just kicks the car back on. Actually, she pauses. Squints a bit. No, fuck it, come on. She hops out of the car.
Gives the most confused look as he's opening. What?
Oh, it's not like you gotta get a bunch of gear to carry back. Come on.
Walks over.
And yeah, she drills around to where her bike is.
Really?
What? Good weather for it.
All right.
Won't be able to ride anymore when it gets cold.
Shrugs.
Tosses him a helmet.
The way you dress?
What about how I dress?
I mean, if you want to ride a bike in the cold weather, wearing around in like a sports bra tank top thing is not usually the way to go. He's climbing on the back.
Don't you talk to me like you know anything about riding bikes, pokes.
Just saying.
I got the gear for cold weather riding. Not usually worth it.
Just saying.
Like you don't like the view.
I do.
Grins, throws on her helmet, turns on the bike. She'll get in
Hold on.
position and then like beckon him to hop on behind her.
Yeah, he holds on. Does the usual thing.
All right, hold on to your ass. This way it's more fun for both of us. She kind of grins.
Smirks. All right.
Oh yeah, and she fucking speed demons her way to Suzanne's place.
Yep. Grips on. Like,
Oh yeah, there are some harrowing points. She even makes a point of skidding in some like dirt and gravel shit at one point, just for funsies.
Yep. Takes it all like, yep. Woo. Mm,
Woo!
yep. Pretty much. Yay.
And when finally you pull up at Suzanne's, and she, plops her foot down, hits the kickstand, finally puts the bike up. She turns to grin back at him, toothy as hell.
Smirks back. Gives her like the yay. You know what I mean? Type
You
thing.
cling worse than Suzanne does.
Okay. Not fun. He climbs off. I'm not going to tell you not to do it. Just because I don't have to like it. I run around in a big murder death machine mode. I get enough thrills.
You lost.
Smirks back. Okay. If you say so.
Yeah, she just kind of pops the kickstand back up, turns that bitch around, and she proceeds to lovingly give you the finger on her way out.
Just watches her like, all right then, fine. Just finger flips the finger as well. Goes over to his car and gets in, checking his phone as he's loading up and driving.
You know what? Let's see.
Let's see what's going wrong.
Let's see how much this is situation normal. Let's on high or low, Torna.
High roller, baby.
Eh.
That's already an answer.
I mean, it's like one above half.
Yeah.
It's not a very committal answer. So things are not splendiferous. It's just, it's a day. Maybe your sister's bitching more than usual about school.
Any other important messages then?
I mean, you have some tentative contact with Lizzie. She's not as talkative as she used to be, just because she's kind of uncertain.
Yeah, he keeps contact. He does his best.
Yeah. She's feeling a little better about it, actually, so I suppose it's a little more lively now. But You've got some on again, off again contact with Carla. But again, nothing wild.
Kind of nod
Phone
to
is not
himself.
your guide today.
He's actually going to go through Josephine's notes, kind of looking for similar symptoms of what he saw that girl do, which is essentially vanish. Do you know what I mean? And look for like maybe he thinks she's a guru, so he knows he can do that to a certain extent. So he's kind of just he'll probably actually spend the day sitting on Susie's porch reading through that.
Oh boy, yeah. I mean, there's plenty there to eat up your day. I mean, some of
Yeah.
the notebooks have like some other shit in them that's just either nonsense or like notes about normal day-to-day stuff because it was the notebook she had on hand.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot there. Um there are a number of little things that can disappear, things that go bump in the night as far as, folklore and mythos and urban legend go. And man, looking through all these things in these notebooks, you sit back and just kind of be like, man, I hope half of these are fake. At least half. There's a lot in there, man. And none of it's happy.
He's going to try and narrow his search as well, like particularly like looking for mountain folk and all that. You know what I mean? Like kind of narrowing, but try to be as specific as he can.
To a point you can. She has taken some things have a lot more real estate than others, but almost everything has notations on like where it is rumored to live, where these urban legends are actually spoken of, da 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 da. But as far as things that live in the mountains, hold on, let's have some fun real fast. Like, there's even like no shit a reasonably modest entry for like Bigfoot slash Sasquatch. Like, there's a lot of shit. That one's mountainous. What is this? Weirdly enough, a lot of them are water based. A lot of them are in certain lakes around the US.
Now, the next thing he's going to look in, because she did mention that, he figures lupine is the same as another name for guru. So he's going to look at things that hate lupines. That's what he's going to look for specifically.
Oh, that's why. Jesus, I was in the wrong section the whole time. I mean, there will be a what the fuck, Beast of Gladdenborough. Apparently, there is an entry about some like vampiric blood-sucking feline monster in North Carolina. That's reasonably close. Hold Lots of fucking monsters. But like the only real thing where there's any mention back and forth is it's probably just let's see. Let me actually think about my setting here, my game setting too. Because there are entries, like there's an exceptionally sized entry about like werewolves, there's one about vampires, there's a lot of different entries for fairies or smaller entries that are like, you know, refer back to fairies. Demons, angels, all sorts of shit. The only real cross mention is like the classic like Hollywood style hatred between vampires and werewolves, and some like question on whether or not that's founded in any sort of fact or it's just a Hollywood thing. Because it is a running trend through movies, novels. Hilariously, a lot of the cryptids tie back to werewolves too, or animal people.
Hey.
But yeah, so there's some mention of like the conflict in either entry, and the note that she needs to like see if she can find any evidence. But yeah, I mean, there's the well-known Hollywood like vampire versus werewolf thing, but there's nothing really to support it. There's no good information there. Hilariously enough, the term guru does show up. They call them in Louisiana.
Louisiana. Yeah, just looks down at it. Huh.
Yeah, it's part of the massive werewolf entry because there's so many different takes and cultures that feed back into werewolf as a cryptid. So yeah, guru is one of the entries in werewolf, basically just as the Louisiana. It's like guru, loop guru, a lot of different terms.
Crumbles himself while you're in Louisiana, but you're not here. It was that type of thing. But yeah, he'll check his phone then as you know, he will actually just spend the day reading through these things.
Yeah, you actually are able to digest it and you will be able to reference them far more readily in the future, having actually looked through them at length.
Woo! And checks his phone from everybody.
Oh yeah, you've got like periodic pictures from Suzanne. She'll send a selfie every once in a while that's like still alive, gaspy face, or like pictures of something neat she found. It's like, hey, look, a snakeskin. Like,
Smirks a bit, shaking his head.
but yeah, she does, as promised, stay pretty well in touch. Let's see. Do one more roll. It's been a long day. High or low?
Low. Fuck it.
It's a good thing you chose low.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I was hoping low would be bad. That's what I mean. I normally go high roller. So
I mean, which is it, Torna?
low is bad. Low is always bad.
Oh.
So you know how we roll here, Katie.
I do. Okay, well, hold on a moment as I fiddle through books here. I do not need half of these open. Need that one. Need that one. All right. Give me one moment to confer with my bookie books. There we go. Beautiful. I guess the right book the first time. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Um. How would this go down? We will not have this go off right this moment. But don't worry. It is now in effect.
Okay.
So yeah, everything's fine on the phone. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. What?
Everything's fine. It's fine.
Okay. But yeah, if not, he'll be heading over towards the sister's place.
No, over your mom's house.
Yeah.
Ma'am.
Like I said it would.
Yes, you did. In fact, I'm gonna fix this. I do not need all of them at once. Jesus Christ. Ma'am.
He walks in.
Oh yeah. You head home. Let me zoom her out some because Jesus Christ. You come home as usual. The ever vigilant Bubba attacks viciously with love. But yeah, you come home. You let yourself in. Your mom kind of like as Bubba takes off, borking with love. Your mom will make kind of an appearance coming around the corner. Oh, Anton.
Emma.
She does something truly shocking. She gives you a smile, kind of opens her arms up to you. It's good to see you home.
What is this sorcery? You're not my real mom? No, you totally hug her. Feeling a bit weird though doing it, but what? You know, fuck it.
Let's face it, Anton has affected massive changes in his family's life and lifestyle. It is starting to show.
Heresy. But nah, he'll hug her. Is a little, Madame in?
Oh yeah, she got home from school a bit ago. He did too. They're upstairs.
Been summoned.
You have. I have been told to make sure there was popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
As fire rained from the heavens.
Oh, I know. I know. That's why I came as quickly as I could. You doing
Kind
alright?
of nods like, yeah, that sounds about right.
You doing alright?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been doing all right.
Good. Good. Rubs the back of his head awkwardly, like, yeah. Whatever, Mom. Ugh.
She'll like kind of turn and nudge his shoulder so he can head up to see his sister.
Yeah. Just walks up like, whatever, Mom. I'm glad you're doing well. Ugh.
Yeah. I'm a big kid. I'm like a teenager.
Rar. You know, he's walks up the stairs.
Do. And lo and behold, your sister's home.
Appears. Buh.
Appears. Buh. Yeah, you appear in the doorway and she's like, holy shit. I didn't have to harass you or anything.
Nope. On time. Look at that.
Hot. Awesome. I got movies.
Smirks. Okay.
I also totally took Mom's TV because she watches TV downstairs anyway, so.
That's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, it totally is. Now I get to watch TV in bed. Oh yeah. And yeah, she'll actually like go about like excitedly setting up because let's face it, your kid sister is fond of you, and so having you back to like actually hang out with her for an extended period of time is fabulous.
He just takes off his jacket and just settles down.
And yeah, your sis like ends up running and you know setting runs down to like pop bags of popcorn, but like comes back, sets up, grabs a like 2 liter of soda, set nearby, and yeah, she's hype as shit.
It just
She
leans
plunks
back
up next to you.
leans back and watches the movies with her. You know, he's quite happy. Checking
Yeah.
his phone periodically as they're watching, because I'm sure she's just like engrossed. So he's just like, I'm gonna let her as he checks his phone.
Oh yeah, she is. If he does it too frequently, she'll eventually reach over and bat like, "No movie time." Bleh. But like there'll be a point where like that the message is like Suzanne taking a picture of the house. It's like, look, there's still daylight. I didn't have to use the flash or anything. Like
Shit.
essentially being sassy as shit.
He just said, shock her, you know, that type of shit, being sassy back. But yeah, he seems to relax then, rubbing his face.
But yeah, you're getting on evening time. You know, it is about sundown. So yeah, you settle in with your sister, and she like pulls the blinds, and you guys get to watch some fabulous movies. She is you don't know where she's dug these out of, but oh my god. It's probably like, let's face it, it's probably more like Mystery Science Theater 3000. Because I mean it's fun. God damn it. It's more engaging and like Manos, Hands of Fate? Question mark? Like it's just fucking beautiful. So yeah, you guys are watching Mystery Science Theater. She is obviously pinning you in to actually watch for a while. Ends up leaning on you like comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Certainly, I doesn't mind.
So what you been doing all this time? And like glances up as she's like going to the next show.
Working.
It sucks.
Does. Also trying to bang every woman I see, but hey, look down smirking.
Ew.
What?
Yeah, there's only so many chicks around here. Eventually you're gonna fuck someone I know.
Already am.
Ew.
Susie.
I know. Ew.
Like the whole stay relationship thing.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
With Suzanne?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Squinty face.
Hey. It's pretty serious.
Well, good, I guess.
It is.
Sounds nice.
It is. Smile. It really is.
Good. And she kind of nests up beside him, and as she hits play, is like, got a new boyfriend. Oh,
What?
hey, movie's on.
They just there's like, what? Pause button. What?
You don't get to pause movie night?
That who's the new boyfriend? What's his name? Where does he go to school? You know, just a series of interrogating.
Man, it is a shame I'm not telling you any of that. Hits the pause button again to unpause it.
Put you. Mm-hmm.
No, no,
What's his name?
no.
No,
You
I will
buy
find.
this information.
No, I will find it.
Yeah, you'll have to buy this information.
I
You'll
will.
have to come spend time with me.
I will.
Like, be at home sometimes.
I will.
Oh, good. Well, then I might actually tell you.
Good. I'll find out. You told Mom yet?
Nope.
Interesting.
It's almost like it's tactically sound to not tell Mom, so she can't tell you.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna be pretty mad if she finds out.
Why would she be mad?
Because you didn't tell her first.
Wouldn't she just be so happy I was moving on?
She would be, but she'd be pretty mad at you for not telling her.
No, she wouldn't.
Yes, she would.
No, she wouldn't.
Yes, she would. It's Mom.
You're so full of shit.
It's Mom.
I'll tell her.
Go ahead.
Not during movie night, God.
I'll find out his name. He just starts plotting. Like, oh, I'm gonna fucking have words with him.
And that is about when you will hear. Hmm. Hmm.
Is that what I hear?
No. No, that is where you'll hear like Bubba starts barking excitedly, just like you do. Then there is like a thump thump at the door, but it is not at the front door. It is at the back door. And I mean, you hear your mom getting up and moving around.
He'll climb out. Because I think I can see the back door from my sister's window, can't I?
I mean,
think.
debatably.
Fuck it, he'll go downstairs. He'll be like, I'll be back in a sec. And he'll
Oh,
walk
come
down.
on.
Nobody knocks at the back door. He'll climb, walk, jog down the stairs.
And as you're walking down the stairs, give me an alertness.
Ooh. Ooh.
Where's my everything? Hey, buddy.
Hey.
You hear your mom. Talking angrily, actually.
Oh boy.
Like
Comes
keeping her voice down, but it is angry. Oh my god, it is scathing.
Comes down that stairs like a fucking hurricane. You know what I mean?
And what you'll see, because your back door, like your back entrance, is it's like sliding doors. It's like garden doors. So it's glass. You can see. And lo and behold, on the other side of that door, your favorite face.
I take a rage.
Do it.
I mean, yeah, no, I'll take rage.
Let me check this real fast.
Wait.
I'm checking to see if this will affect anything. Nope. Okay. So yeah, it's your dad out at the back door. For what it's worth, he's not like banging, smashing, any of that stuff. He doesn't look drunk. And he is just trying desperately to talk to your mother through the back door. And she's having none of his bullshit.
I approach, making sure he can see me.
You do. And he does. You see him like flick a glance up. And with that, we'll try a few more times. Like the other upside is that with the garden door, like with the glass door, you can kind of see and half hear a person talking back and forth. So you can have a conversation through these doors.
I spend willpower for whisper catching. Oh fucking yeah, I do. Ooh, ooh. I'm gonna hear you.
I mean, you could probably have just tried, but yeah, this. I mean, it's not technically whispering, but I'll give it to you. And it's literally him. Just it sounds. For what it's worth, it actually sounds like he's earnestly saying, I'm doing a lot better. I've gotten like. He even like holds up a fucking like. I don't even know, like, because I don't think you get a chip until it's been a year.
Yeah.
But he's like, I'm clean. Here's this, and like even at one point holds a paper up against the door. Looks for all the world like a fucking like release form of some sort. That your mom does pause and glance at, but suspiciously. But it's a lot of him like just trying to talk to her. Like trying to reason with her, not even like one-to-one, not even like this, talking about this family, talking about his house, anything like that. It's literally just him trying to talk to her like another person, and she is like, like a woman that he wooed and married at one point. It's crazy. And she is having none of it.
How nervous is he when he sees me?
When he sees you, you note that the tact, he draws back a little bit as far as like how hard he was, really trying to like hit a note, hit something, hit anything with her. And he finally, without you having to step in and say anything, he does relent and basically like puts his hands up and is like, I'll go find a place. But please talk to me, type of thing, and finally backs off.
I advance towards my mom.
Your mom is like, I will let you P&E your mom. Do it.
One.
It's one. I mean, it's pretty much for free. You get that, like, she's kind of like shaking. And I mean, the anger is like right there on the surface. It's easy to pick up, but you can tell. I mean, you get a good look at her. You come around to like talk to her, to assess her, or whatever. And as your dad walks away, especially, like, you can tell she's scared on some level,
Oh,
but not
no.
like it's not as though he has done something awful. It's just like anger and fear is kind of a natural response.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. He opens that shutter door. Doesn't even say anything to her, just opens the door and walks out.
Anton,
No. You stay in the house.
I can call the police.
You stay in the house.
Would you like to roll?
What am I rolling? 'Cause he's not being
Leadership?
angry. Yeah, it's more leadership. I was about to say, what am I on, charisma? Or
Yeah. Essentially, charisma leadership to try to coax her to just listen to you.
+2 for natural leader. Oh, and I forgot to have mature read, but that's a pretty good roll. I'm not gonna lie. It's
Yeah.
fucking-
I mean, even fucking 4 successes on someone who's shaken and out of their depth at the moment. She does not look like she likes it. She does protest. She'll say, I can call the police. Just, please let's not, essentially. But you manage to be like, just close the door and stay inside. And she finally, kind of begrudgingly, as you step out, does close, and you'll hear the lock click behind you.
Walks after his dad. Very coldly.
And you do so. Walk after your dad. Your dad has kind of like, especially with her being completely unyielding, and especially seeing you on top of it, he's walking around like he's well around towards the front of the house at this point, kind of like rubbing the back of his head.
Comes out. I imagine he comes out of the shadows. You know what I mean?
Yeah, your dad's like around in the front porch light. You come like fucking storming out of the dark. He's just going for his fucking pickup. Well, not his pickup. Going for this, well, whatever it is. Probably a rental, who knows.
There's a push in the back. It's enough. Like, I imagine, actually, the last time he technically fought Anton, Anton was a bit weaker in terms of strength. So I imagine that push got a lot more oomph to it as he kind of bangs against the car door. It's not initiating a fight. It's more that tap, but with a bit of force behind it.
Yeah, you give him a shove. He kind of whirls around, hands up, like just back against the side of the car.
Scaring her again.
I just wanted to talk.
Scaring her again.
I know I did a lot of bad things. Of course, she's scared.
Yeah. We had an agreement.
I just wanted to talk, Anton.
We had an agreement. You scared her again. Takes that menacing, fuck me. You know what I mean? Like 3 rage level of menace. You know?
Yeah. He just keeps his hands up. He doesn't start nothing. I'm going. She didn't want to talk.
No. We had an agreement, you and me. Or do you not remember that?
I did what you told me to.
Then you came here and scared her.
It's the only way I could talk to her, Anton.
Coming in the middle of the night.
Only just got out.
You came straight here. In the dead of night. You know, when you used to do that, you were pissed out of your brain. And she used to get scared. She told me to run upstairs the whole time. Takes another step forward.
I mean, he's already back to the car.
I mean, I'm just getting right in. You know what I mean? All up in the personal space. There is no personal space anymore, Katie.
I know. I know. That's why I went around where she could see me.
Yeah. But you came in the middle of the night. And you scared her.
I'll find a motel.
Will you?
Yeah.
Or is this another excuse you're gonna have to go and drink again?
You can follow me if you want.
I probably could.
So are you coming or am I going?
It's up to you, Dad.
He just, carefully tries to disengage. Slide out to one side to go around to the actual driver's side of the car.
You know, you would have given this shit a while back.
Say what?
You would have given this shit a while back. You know, talk to me like I was a son. You know, you would have cared. You would ask how I was doing. You would ask how Christine was doing. Phil.
Gonna
You
talk
would've
to your
cared.
mama first.
Yeah.
If I came to you first, it would have just looked like I was trying to do it to get home.
Really?
And it would have looked like I was avoiding her and trying to manipulate you.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what you think?
It's what we're actually taught, Anton. You don't try to go around talk to your kids without talking to the people you hurt first.
Walks towards him. Maybe if you didn't make her so fucking scared of you, be able to actually talk to her. Maybe if you'd actually been a dad, we wouldn't think you're gonna manipulate us.
That's on me.
It is. But you still didn't ask though, did you? Even right now, you didn't ask. Push.
Ask what?
How the fuck we're doing.
Just kind of looks like, let's face it, he's not looking at you like he's skeptical per se. It's just kind of the like, in this moment, like we're in a confrontation or something that's about to boil into one, and you want me to ask you how you're doing. That's a fucking trap. Like,
I mean, it's just like, I mean, it's at this point, it's a lot of emotional rage. You know what I mean? For Anton, it's clear as day. You know, I don't think even Anton's seeing that at this point. You know what I mean?
yeah, he takes the push. He just eats it. He does not fight back. I do care how you're doing. But do you want to tell me right now?
You didn't ask. You never asked.
I don't need to ask to see you're angry, Anton. And it's what you're thinking about right now.
Oh, I'm angry. How the fuck do you think I'm gonna be?
Are you going to let me go to a hotel? Or are you going to kill me on your mama's front lawn?
Right. Go to your fucking hotel.
I mean, he actually waits a tick to make sure before he moves. Then yeah, just
There is a second where he turns and Anton does debate it, like he's like, and he just kind of twists his head, but he doesn't move.
1 second. Sorry, what was going on?
He debates swinging, but he doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, your dad. I mean, he opens the car, opens the door, takes a second to glance back to see if you're going to come at him, and then just carefully and quickly folds down into the car and shuts the door.
I think a willpower roll is needed because it's tough. I spent 2 already. Damn it. Nah, he's gonna swing, Katie.
Okay,
Yep. He's gonna swing.
do it.
Fuck. Jesus.
Wait 1 second. Because at least this time he knows it's coming. He's going to try to block you.
It's a pretty good swing, I'm not gonna lie though.
He takes most of the successes off of it.
He dodges it, but haha,
It's
Katie.
a block. It's not a dodge.
Oh. I'm gonna use seize the edge.
I mean, you've still got it.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Oh.
still 1 success over him. You still
Oh.
do damage. He just hemmed off like 3 of your successes.
Oh. Nah, don't do any damage. I get him.
I mean, you take a swing and he just barely manages to like harrow it off enough that you don't do him a bunch of fucking damage.
I blow rage. Blow rage, fuck it.
You really want to start a fight on your mama's front lawn? Still got his hands kind of like defensively up.
You really want to walk away?
No. But I have to. Doing this on your mama's terms.
Yeah, because you've always never done it on her terms before.
Isn't that why you told me to go to rehab?
I don't believe you.
I don't blame you.
Where the fuck, push? It's more anger. It's more emotion. It's definitely more emotion.
Yeah, once it goes back to like emotional gestures like that, again, like he's kind of got the hands up in case he needs to block something, but he's not keeping you from shoving him.
You weren't here.
I wasn't.
And you come and scare her.
Anton, your mama's gonna be scared no matter when or how I come to talk to her. And that's my fault. He like actually holds a hand up as he says it, and that's my fault.
You weren't here. And I've had to take care of this family. All on my own.
I know. But I'm sorry.
No, you're not. Not yet.
What are you fixing to do then?
If I was gonna kill you, Dad, I would have done it already. We wouldn't be talking.
Then what would you like me to do different?
You don't fucking scare her.
You
don't
find a way for me to talk to your mama that she won't be scared, and I will do it.
Don't come around. Snarl. I mean, it's that deep. Almost near Guru, like Krynos level snarl in a Hobbit form, you know what I mean? You don't come around in the middle of the night and scare the shit out of her. You go to counseling. Do it the proper fucking way, Dad.
I was trying to talk to her about counseling.
So pick up the telephone. Or maybe talk to me. Because as far as you're concerned, I am the head of this family now. And fuck it. I'm gonna roll that intimidation. Fuck it, Katie. Fuck it. Fuck it. Spend the willpower. Cause I'm blowing through willpower like a motherfucker, but fuck it. It's worth
Yeah, you are.
it. It's worth it, Katie.
Because you totally needed it, right?
Mm-hmm. That was charisma, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, he's still, like, even with the car door open now, like, he expected you to come at him, so he's still standing there, and he's just still hands up. I'm going.
So you want to fix things with my mom? Call me. You tell her you want to do counseling. I'll tell her. But from now on, no late night trips to scare the shit out of her with your fucking stupidity. We clear?
All right.
And the next time you call over, you fucking ask. The next time you turn up, or next time we are dragged to one of your fucking council meetings, you ask how Christine, and you ask how Phil is doing.
All right.
Now get the fuck out of here.
And he will again be keeping an eye. Are you going to back off of him at all?
Nope.
You're still all up in his Kool-Aid telling him to leave.
Yep.
And again, he just tactically takes a slide to one side. Like, gives you that ground. It tries to fold into the car.
Watches him get in.
Closes the door. And yeah. Pulls out the keys. Starts the car. Heads out. Just, calmly reverses down the driveway. And heads down the street, back towards town.
Takes a breath. A long one, and starts to walk back towards the back door. Knocks on it so it can open, like bop, 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 bop.
Yeah, you knock on it. And your mom is, she's kind of pacing, holding, like, a handheld telephone. You knock and she starts to glance up. But as it's you, she, quickly moves over to let you in.
Walks in.
You all right?
It's all good.
There's a stiff nod. She will close and relock the back door.
You won't be coming here again.
Another kind of stiff nod.
You alright, Ma?
Be fine.
You won't come here again.
She nods again. I think I'm going to go to bed.
Just nods. Alright.
And she finally sets the phone back on the receiver. Well, back on the base. Comes over and gives you, a bit of a tense, like a tight little hug. Puts a kiss on your forehead and heads up.
Yeah, he jogs upstairs as well to see how Christine is doing because he knows his sister well enough. She probably would have tried to hear some of what him and his dad were saying to each other.
And yeah, I mean, you come around and especially give me a perception alertness.
Yeah.
Yeah, as your mom comes around to go up the stairs, you hear the subtle footsteps. In fact, you hear both your siblings just kind of do that quick, quiet retreat back to their rooms.
He'd just make his way up to Christine's room.
Yep. You come up, and it's not like she's closed or locked the door. So you let yourself in. You sat back on the bed. She has snagged up the popcorn again. Yeah, her window's open.
Just takes a breath, you know? He didn't ask how you were doing.
She shrugs. Kind of looking down at the bag of popcorn at that point.
Doesn't get to do that.
She kind of just stretches out a hand for you.
You take hers.
And yeah, she just goes to pull you over so she can sit next to you.
He does. He just puts his arm around her. He doesn't get to do that.
Think you meant any of it?
We'll see. But I'll give him the hiding of his life if he doesn't.
Yeah. You staying here tonight?
Now I definitely am.
Good.
I'm not leaving you on your own.
Kind of nods. Finally gets up and goes over to close the window. Comes back and clambers back onto the bed to sit next to you. Bill heard it too.
Sure he did. I meant it. He used to ask how you two are doing every time.
It's a weak smile. Yeah. Thanks, Anton.
Show me more of your movie. More of your movie.
Yeah, she obnoxious kid sister style ends up flumped half on him. Starts the movies again. It's not as funny as it was before. But it does kind of create some semblance of a sense of normalcy.
Yes. We should probably end it there as well, because I gotta get to sleep.
You do. So with that, Anton, brave defender, gets to stay home tonight.
Yes.
Na-na-na.